What's up everybody, the Blue Fang here, and today I'm back with yet a new pod to What If Naruto Joined the Akatsuki. This series has been going really well and you guys love it so much, so I just decided to do another one again. And also, if you hit this like goal again, I'll do another part. So for today's like goal, it's 90 likes, so hopefully you guys hit it. Now before we get into the recap and all that stuff, subscribe if you're new, hit that like button, and turn on bell notifications. Now with no further ado, let's get into the video. So we left off with Naruto and Obito heading to the Cloud Village in order to capture the 8 Tails Jinchuriki, Killer Bee. This might be the hardest Jinchuriki to face since Killer Bee is known for being a perfect Jinchuriki, one who is able to control and use the power of their tailed beast. Just the same as Naruto right now though. They eventually make it to the Cloud Village and keep a low profile, just like they did in the other villages. All they need now is to get some information on where to find Killer Bee. Alright Naruto, I'll go look for some higher up journey that might have information on the place where this Jinchuriki is. Just stay around here and don't do anything. Alright Madara, no problem. Obito disappears from his sight using Kamui, and Naruto is now alone in the village. Crowds fill up the place as he tries to get his way around, looking for anything that would be useful in their mission. We cut to a later time when Obito finally returns with the information he has on where Killer Bee may be at. He tells Naruto that the torture was quick and nice and that the guy spat out the info as soon as he started. The guy he tortured said that Killer Bee is located in the mountains and that he usually just hangs out there. The journeyman also stated that Obito should be careful because Killer Bee is a partner of the Raikage and that he should get in a lot of trouble if he tries to capture him. Obito ignored that warning, knowing that he's far superior than the Raikage. So now Naruto and Obito head off to Bee's hideout, ready to capture him, the last final Jinchuriki they catch for their major plan. Naruto smirks, knowing that they'll finally get their full revenge on the Leaf. They eventually make it to Bee's hideout and meet the 8 Tails Jinchuriki. Killer Bee walks up to Naruto and Obito, greeting them and also stating that he's the 8 Tails Jinchuriki. So who are you guys, fans or something? I could give you my autograph cause you know my raps are fire. Those are some nice matching cloaks too. Naruto, on my command. Obito lifts up his fingers and jumps backwards. Naruto follows on but throws a flying Raijin kunai at Bee. He teleports to the Jinchuriki's side, letting out a clean blow to the jaw and teleporting back to Obito's side. That was uncool, man. Doing an unclear hit like that, putting me down. Now I'ma have to put you in the ground. Killer Bee readies for battle and pulls out his swords. Obito then whispers to Naruto, try to make him go into his 8-tailed. I'll lay a genjutsu on him. Naruto nods and transforms into his Chroma mode. Orange light erupts and his aura becomes stronger. Killer Bee's eyes widen. So you're one of me, huh? Well, this should be interesting. Killer Bee dashes at Naruto for an attack, but Naruto disappears from his sight and reappears behind him. Bee notices this and counters Naruto's attack with his swords. He then shoves him backwards so he can ready himself again. But as soon as he does that, Naruto rushes at him again, even faster, and manages to get a strong blow on Bee. Bee crashes into some rocks and realizes that he has to go into his tailed beast mode. He gets up and smiles, thinking that he could actually beat these guys now, but in reality, sadly, he can't. Alright fools, after I'm done with you, you'll be drowning in your blood as if it was a pool. Killer Bee takes his stance and transforms into his Hachibi form, growing to a great scale. Obito smiles behind his mask and says, well done 8 Tails, you've lost. Killer Bee is confused, but as soon as he's about to question why, he gets into Obito's genjutsu, apprehending him. He reverts back to his base form and collapses on the ground. Naruto gets out of his Chroma form and walks to Bee's body. He has an evil grin over his face, knowing that the Akatsuki's plan has been finally completed. In the distance, one of the Hidden Clouds journeying watches on, witnessing the defeat of Bee. He knows that he can't take these guys on, so you have to tell the Raikage about this. Obito walks over to B's body too and carries him into his dimension, ready to extract the Hachibi from him. Now that Akatsuki has won, we'll finally be able to achieve peace. The Jonin listens and hears the word Akatsuki. He realizes that he'll have to tell this to A now, quickly, as he runs over to the Kage's office to announce the news. Back to Naruto and Obito, they camel away and go to the Akatsuki hideout. Now we cut to the group of Shikamaru, Kiba, Neji, and Sakura on the trail to find Tsunade to help save a dying Choji, since the last time he witnessed Itachi Tsukiyomi in action. With Kiba's scent, they'll be able to find Tsunade. Before they went, Jiraiya got one of Tsunade's old clothes that were stored away, and now with this, they'll be able to look for her easily. They eventually end up at a bar. It's kind of like the one that we first saw Tsunade at in the original Naruto. They enter it, and to their surprise, Tsunade sitting around with Shizune doing her own thing. The group walks up to Tsunade hoping that she would agree to help them. They get into a conversation with her on the incident with Choji and how they're really desperate for her help. Also, they talk about how Sakura could try to heal him, but she's not that trained and wonders if Tsunade would teach her. She almost agrees, but then she tries to bet them. Tsunade says if Sakura is able to at least get a hit on her, then she will agree to their call. The group goes outside and Sakura starts to get ready. Tsunade says start and Sakura goes at rushing full speed. She goes for a punch but fakes it and crouches under Tsunade's arm, then rises up again going for a clean hit. She hits her successfully and Tsunade agrees to their deal. Tsunade goes back with them to the leaf ready to heal Choji. We cut elsewhere in Orochimaru's hideout. Sasuke's been knowing something's up with Orochimaru lately. He's been getting weaker. Sasuke finds out about Orochimaru's plan to take over his body, from overhearing it from the Sound 4. Oh yes, and Kimimaro is dead right at this point of time since of his sickness, so only the Sound 4, no Kimimaro. Now like in the original, Sasuke versus and kills Orochimaru, saying how he disgusts him and leaves him to die. Kabuto doesn't do anything to Sasuke, but he alerts the Sound 4. The four of them jump Sasuke. Sasuke easily counters their attacks, slicing all of them with his Chidori stream. Blood spills out on the floor before them as they're knocked to the ground. Sasuke then slashes them with his sword and leaves the hideout, leaving the Sound 4 to die. Now he has a new objective, which is to find Itachi. But before that, like in the original, he makes Team Heavy and also runs into Deidara. But this time with no Toby as Deidara's partner, but Sasori is still there with him. So like in canon, the other Heavy members aren't with Sasuke at the moment, and now he's left to face two Akatsuki members. When they meet, Deidara says how he hates the Uchihas and how one of them made a fool out of him, which he's referencing to Itachi. He gets enraged by seeing Sasuke and says to Sasori that he'll fight Sasuke himself, and that he shouldn't get involved in this. Sasori agrees to let Deidara fight by himself and watches Sasuke vs Deidara. The fight pretty much goes the same way like in the original, leading up to when Deidara has to use his CO bomb. I'm sorry Sasori, but this is all I have left. At least you died by my art. Deidara starts to transform in this bomb, and getting ready to unleash his most powerful attack. Sasori tries to get away quickly so he doesn't get disintegrated. Right before he explodes, he lets out a big Katsu, and the whole land gets destroyed. So like in canon, Sasuke escapes with an arse pool, getting out of Deidara's explosion range. Sasori sadly dies from the bomb since he didn't get out of its range. Now later on, he eventually finds Itachi with Team Heavy and he gets ready to fight. But Team Heavy stays behind like in the original since Kisame doesn't let anyone else pass but Sasuke. We cut back to the village where Jiraiya is getting more information on the group called the Akatsuki. He's just pinpoint the location where their leader is probably at, which is the village hidden in the rain. Jiraiya thinks the Akatsuki might have some information on where Naruto might be, same with Sasuke, so he realizes if the group he sent out finds Tsunade, he'll have to make her temporarily Hokage, so he goes to investigate. Now he waits for their return. So I'll leave it off there guys, hopefully you did enjoy. We're getting into the exciting parts really soon, so make sure you get the likes over 90 or just 90. I think you guys will hit that like goal, so I have to get scripting soon. Now, if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe now, hit that like button, and turn on bell notifications. It's been the Blue Fang. Peace.
No, I gotta make it out the cold for the best show. Please don't try, never show my pack. Bitch, don't cry, just move that tag. That stretch, thought I never really say this. All my music on my ex-bitch playlist. Bitches say 613, that's the greatest. But I never see no niggas ever famous. Facts boy, leg boy, trash boy. 10 fake babe, pretty face ass boy. No, I tell these niggas that I never do shit.